Today we're going to be reviewing the Grizzly G0948 half horsepower bandsaw. It's a good bandsaw option for a smaller or mid-sized workshop. I have lots of good things to say, and I also have some very specific bad things, kind of pitfalls to avoid to tell you about, so stick around for that. Alright, to start with, I'm going to give you some close-ups of all the different components. Here's the power switch. It has a little safety key on it, which is cool. That's pretty standard now anyway. Here's a shot at the motor. It is a half horse motor. Pretty good amount of power. This dust port here has different fittings for different hose sizes, so I usually use the 4-inch. That keeps it plenty clear, but I imagine any of them would work fine. Comes with this nice little light. I don't really find it necessary having decent workshop lighting at this point, but I find this light to be really harsh. So you just turn this knob to open up the top cabinet to do your blade changes and clean it, that sort of thing. So that upper wheel is removable. The bottom one is going to stay fixed. You can see I've got a very thick resaw blade on there right now. That's one of the pitfalls of this saw that you should know about. The blade that it comes with is absolute trash. So know that. Ask me about it in the comments if you want to hear more. Anyhow, here's how you get to the pulley. It has 2 speeds. You can see there's 2 positions for the belt to rest on, and it shows you that just on the inside of the cabinet right there. A little quick guide. Nice and easy. Another pitfall you should know about. So the blade length range as quoted on this thing is up to 72.5 inches. I purchased a 72.5 inch Olsen blade, really nice quality resaw blade that worked fine, but this bandsaw could never tension it properly. I've since switched to a low tension 71.5 inch blade to get more room to tighten the saw. I actually broke the saw a little bit just trying to tension the blade. It was a very misleading situation. So I guess just be aware that if you're trying to use a 72.5 inch blade, this saw may have trouble achieving the tension that you're looking for on it. So the fence is pretty decent on this saw, pretty beefy I think, and it slides along this rail in the front that can come off easily if you undo those little wing nut type things there. That'll help you do the blade change because you're going to have to get that out of the way. As far as the height adjustment goes, this is how you do it. It's got this 2-knob system here. And then I think it's 6 1/4 or 6 3/4 inch height that you get. It's a pretty good amount of height for a saw of this power. It's part of the reason I got this one in particular. So I've been using this bandsaw for about 2 years now, mostly as a resaw situation for making really thin laser stock. Works well on all different species, just got to make sure that you get a good flat edge and face on it first with the jointer. I'm going to take some thicker stock here now. This is a piece of mahogany. This is just to show you that across, I think this piece measured to be like 4 1/4 inches or something. Just a wider cut. Wanted to show you that you can still get a nice thin piece with this saw. I'm pretty happy with it overall. It just has a couple of pitfalls that I have tried my best to warn you of this video. So honestly, I think I would give this thing probably 4 stars. Maybe up to like 4.2. It's hard to say, honestly, because I like it a lot now that I know about the pitfalls that I've mentioned. So basically, the blade that comes with it is trash. You're going to read that probably. That's true with a lot of bandsaws, but it's like especially true with this bandsaw. It's an unusable blade, basically. It's going to convince you that the saw is trash. That's how bad the blade is. So slight points off for that, but most of the points I'm taking off circle around the fact that the machine told me I could put a 72.5 inch blade on there, but it wasn't able to tension it. There's one last issue to be aware of. I think the manual mentioned this. No points off for this because this is kind of like a things coming loose and shipping situation, but that motor right there that I just pointed at, you can slide it back and forth. You just untighten a little hex bolt to get to it. And you got to get tension on this belt enough for the saw to work properly. When mine came to me, it looked like it was all squared away. I felt a little bit of tension there, but it had no power at all. And between that and the blade just being garbage, I was kind of confused, thinking the saw was trash for a while. But just one thing to sort out before it becomes a pretty good saw. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If this was helpful, please toss us a like. That would help. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. Take it easy.